Let me see here, man. Beat TV One. What the hell is that? 4 p.m. Boy. BTV One in the building. Now look, I'm gonna do a reaction to my videos. How about that one? I got a playlist of documentaries I did, Chicago street documentaries, just off research and public records, and basically following the niche of over a good 10-year span of not saying that any of these things are truthful or it's just basically rumors on the street. And we all know the younger generation of Chicagoans, they love to brag. They love to brag about what they did in the street. And my generation never understood that at all. And ones before me. I've never understood why anybody would want to say and tell anything. This is how others make hundreds of thousands and just thousands of dollars off stories that they shouldn't even be knowing about. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to check out Beep TV 1. First video, Bite Down. This is the one that probably got the most views. And this is public record. I don't give a damn who get mad about it. That's just how it go. We're in a day and age where people don't have to have credentials to create content or to make a movie or however they want to come about their content. I say long as you kind of truthful of what you say. I say if you use a police records, a police public records, there's no way you're making up anything. You're basically going by the records that's public. And that's just bottom line. So most people that can't do this type of stuff, they just be mad that they can't do it. Man, I wish I could know how to do this stuff. Even for a hobby. So check it out. Hit the like. Loud. BTV One with another video documentary about 600 Bite Down. This dude was one of the worst that's rarely talked about. Everybody from the city know, most of us know about what he did. Now look, that's crazy. Cause all of them in that video but say 600, most of them is dead and in jail. I say mostly in jail, but out of them, I think 2 of them, let me see. Probably you don't know. So here we go.
Condolences to the family.
November 12, 2016. Man charged with murder in fatal shooting of pregnant girlfriend and her brother. A man was denied bail late Friday afternoon in the fatal shootings of his pregnant girlfriend and her 16-year-old brother, officials said. Daryl Benton Harris, 19, who was listed as homeless, was charged with first-degree murder in a November 3rd shooting in the South Chicago neighborhood that left Emily and Elijah House dead. Their 42-year-old mother and a 19-year-old family friend were seriously wounded in the shooting. Thin and soft-spoken, Benton Harris appeared in Bond Court Friday wearing a white jacket.
Hey, hold on. Let me get these notifications out. Give me 1 second.
on the back. A prosecutor tried to hold back tears while reading the facts of the case. Shortly after midnight the day of the shooting, an argument broke out at a three-level house in the 8000 block of South Shore Drive. Elijah House, 16, didn't like Benton Harris because of how he treated him. The two started arguing and a fistfight ensued, prosecutors said. Emily House, Elijah's 20-year-old sister, was in the basement with a friend, the friend's 19-month-old child, and the woman's 5-month-old daughter, whose father is Benton Harris. The mother of the two siblings was upstairs watching the other children in the house.
Hey, man. I hate to do it to y'all, but you think I'm not finna show this whole video. You gotta go watch it for yourself. So I'm just gonna show a little bit more and I'm going to the next video.
Ages 12, 11, and 10, prosecutors said. Earlier,
Now I did all this. This is not even me saying this part. This is me having the police record voice say it. You know what I'm saying? So that's basically what it was at the time. I went online and looked up his name, and that's all it is. It showed what he did, what he got caught for, what he went to jail for. So that's basically what I did. I don't have to say nothing. That's what makes it even. See, for me, when it comes to that street shit, I'm not finna be talking up on the things that's kind of incriminating. Like, I ain't finna be like, no, I don't come from that cloth. And I'm gonna tell you that I have been in the streets. I'm not finna say I was the baddest. I did this, I did that, but I have gambled some decisions. I have gambled before. I'll say that I gambled a couple of times. I didn't make a career out of things. That's why I got away and never got caught for shit. So by the grace of God and me not living by whatever the hell is criminality, like anything criminal, I wasn't living by it. I may dibbled and dabbled with certain things, but I didn't live by it. And that's how you die by it or go to jail by it, is when you live by it. Whatever you're doing that's criminal. That's anything of that nature.
Tribune reported a 9-year-old child was at the home and the fourth victim was 29, but that information was not correct. The mother came downstairs and broke up the fight, pulling Elijah to the basement to calm down. She concluded Benton Harris had left the home because she heard a side door close, prosecutors said.
Now I'm about to forward all that.
And BTV1, I am.
You gotta go back and watch that video. That's what y'all gonna do. I ain't finna give you a freebie. You're gonna give me a view by going watch.
I heard it's a pandemic. I'm stuck in the house. Watch me make 100 bands in it. Chef Trap asking what the pots and all the pans in it. She like who you beefing
So in
with.
case y'all don't know who was there in my intros and outros, it's Fat Money. He's a Ross. Everybody, he not from Chicago. He from Harvey. So what? Same shit. He actually was born in the city anyway. Motherfuckers, like if I was doing good in life, I would move my kid out in the suburbs too. Shit. That don't mean he's not from Chicago. He is the rawest. And they blocked that boy. Plus, I ain't gonna say they blocked him, but he got locked up. He keep going to jail, man. That's the only thing that's messing him up. That's why Fat Money ain't on top. But he's still on top.
That ain't none of your damn business. I got my brothers, I can't never sabotage with. They know all my secrets, we don't never ever hide shit. They won't know parts if they don't.
Look at the editing. I did all of this editing. Far as everything about the video, that is not easy to do. And y'all really think editing is easy? You got to be stupid. When I first started, my ratio size will be off like I didn't even know how to do none of that. I had to look up things. Nobody taught me how to do none of this. Like seriously. Check it out. Look how I did it, though. That's how I did it. playing, man. You gotta be raw. So you gotta be raw to do stuff like this. Who is this? Oh, okay. So here go another one I did, y'all. Here go another one I did. Fire. Check me out. Educational purposes only. You know?
Right with it, man. Yeah, I know how this shit goes down. Oh, shit, this Lil B. Fuck, you come from school or something? Where you going, bro?
If you think it's easy, hey, if you think it's easy to get views off YouTube, try it. I always hate this about anybody in life. I used to hate it about the commentators in sports, trying to critique athletes and they never played the sport in their life. You can't talk on nothing that you never did. I don't like nothing about anybody that down talk some shit that they never did and they never did, but they want to down talk the shit. Like, no. Try it and you will see. So the reason why I even come up with these documentaries at the time, it was hot. Documentaries and street figures from Chicago, most of them is passed away, is gone. But they popular off their story of what they did in the street. And that's just bottom line. Everybody got their own little perspective and way of doing their own videos.
Lil B was one of the most dangerous members riding around in the Woodlawn community area, with over 5 bodies to his name, and listed as the offender in over 30 police documents. Lil B is what many people think Wooski was, an outstanding member. One big reason why Lil B has not received...
I'm going to tell you how a lot of this stuff is kind of going to die out because it's going to really die out over gentrification. I noticed one thing in Indianapolis that really slowed down the crime and how bad your neighborhood or your apartment complex or your block will be or is. Soon they start moving in different nationalities. Hispanic, mostly Hispanic, Haitian, African. That's what they did in Indianapolis, where I was in these apartments where it was kind of like, it's nothing bad as Chicago, but it was getting kind of rough and shit for them. For me, it's nothing. It's like, it's minor, miniature. This shit, what? Y'all ain't talking about nothing. Anything motherfucker throw at me, which they never did, I was gonna catch it. So, but I noticed the crime and just all the little negative things happening just start going away, and then you start seeing more of Hispanic and the Haitian and Africans, and they don't even speak English. So you're not going to interact with them. You're not even going to go. You ain't finna say shit to them. And I finna say nothing to you. Look what that does right there. So boom. The units is Mexican, African, Black. Just one Black African American motherfucker that's from the hood. That's it. You do that and mix them in with Mexicans and all that. That's what's going to calm y'all. I'm telling you, that's what's going to calm it down. That's what calms it down, man. That gentrification and changing ethnicities together, having everybody together. That's going to stop, because that's messed up to say too. When you have too many Black people in the same place, there's going to be something going on, man.
This attention before is because Lil B was not active on social media like Wooski and other members. He was not active on Twitter, IG, or Facebook. He moved in silence, like a real killer.
Shout out Lil B. Shout out Lil B. Roll another dope.
One thing I must make clear to you before I start rambling up all of Lil B's bodies is that he was an absolute monster on the street. He was at the same level as other known savages like D-Roy, King Von, Melly, C-Day, and such. He was in this to win and did not like people who did not have the same mentality as him. That's why he did not hang out with most of the STL members, since he felt they were not in this as much as himself. He felt that they only sat on social media and claimed things he was behind. He even shot King Cole from STL in the leg for sneak dissing him in the summer of 2013. A lot of people from STL were really scared of Lil B. The people he mostly hung out with from STL were Duck, Lil J, Jakira, Butta, Dutchie, Bostral and Wooski. Other than that, he mostly hung out with older guys from EBT and actually did most of his dirt together with Jara members. Lil B was really out in the field, without fear, allegedly catching multiple people and shooting a dozen of people. He was a real hothead and I'm not surprised he was eventually killed by a police officer. He was always out in traffic, hunting, or in apartments, that way he was very difficult to catch. It was the same with King Von, and that's why their paths never seemed to cross. BG from EBT even said it himself. They were very similar in that way and both were killed by people who had nothing to do with the war, Lil B by the police and King Von in another state. Lil B was literally sliding on everybody and there is evidence for everything. We're talking about a guy who has been mentioned as an offender in 32 different case reports. He was sliding on a block, 300, 600, his old gang, DYMB, 400 East Murda Drive, Chris World and Trap City. He was a big problem for every single set I just met.
Amen. When you from Chicago and you're walking and you are actually mingling with killers and just murderers but they not really like serial, like the serial K. They not. I can't keep saying the K word, y'all. I can say the K letter, but gotta practice. I gotta practice. I'm not saying certain words. But when you listen, I'm gonna tell y'all something, man. Let me give you a story right quick. So I got many of stories. I got some Motown stories, but I always talk about Motown. We're gonna talk about the Grand Crossing area. That's why that's my second home, my second neighborhood, right? So it's when I first started coming over there early. I think it was like mid-90s, early. No, not early, but mid. Well, my cousin Creel, they over there in Indiana. That's why I started going on Indiana. Why? I ain't gonna say his name. I was just about to say his name, but I'm not gonna say his name. See, I ain't like y'all. Y'all generation. Hey, Ray would, boy, he put the belt on them. Boy, Ray was letting it go. Boy, he was blowing that thing. Nope. So I'm gonna say Billie Jean and Superman, nigga. Billie Jean and Superman was on the corner. We was on the corner talking. I was talking to Billie Jean and Superman. Billie Jean and Superman, out of mid conversation, it was like me and two other people. So it's 5 of us. We on the corner. I don't know what we talking about. I don't know what we was talking about at the time. Billie Jean and Superman disappeared. Just ran like they saw something and they just was on whatever they was on. 2 minutes later, I hear Billie Jean and Superman comes back to where we was at, where we was standing talking to them. Superman took out his beads he had beads in his braids. Cause back then, niggas, that's what niggas would do. Whatever you had a color beads. If you a stone, you got red and black. If you GD, you got blue and black. That's how they was doing with their braids. They have it in. Boom. He come back. He ain't got no beads in his braids. He took all of them out, bro. All of them was gone that quick, that fast. Like what? Threw her down the sewer. Stop playing with me. And began to finish the conversation like Frank Lucas and American Gangster when he was sitting at the table with his brothers. And he went and knocked Dude Noodle out. Stop playing with me, man. Like, that's how normal this is. This is how normal it is for the guys that just don't go nowhere but they radius in their area. That's how, man, boy, stop playing. You will never understand this ever in life if you're not from Chicago. That's really my point.
In the year 2011, Lil B is rumored to have caught 4 bodies, and then I do not include the rumor that he was involved in the murder of Baldy, which I do not believe.
But yeah, though, Lil B, he had a different wardrobe for each hit. He come through baggy clothes like a bum.
Now
like
look,
walk up and everybody.
that type of hit, that doing that is definitely from an older guy. That come from the 90s, 80s, all that. That come from that era. That dressing like something, doing things that people would be like, ain't nobody finna do all that. What? I hate people that say that ain't nobody finna do all that, man. Who gonna put on a wig and dress like a woman and act like a woman just to do that to somebody? What? Boy, you don't, use a food. Use a new food.
He got a little limp as it is.
What you don't see don't mean it don't happen, you dummies. I don't like nobody like that. I hate a person because they don't see it, or they never heard about it, or they never experienced it. They don't believe it can happen or have happened. That is one-track minded person. That is a one-track thinking type of person. For real.
On first grade,
and he
had this wig. It was a curly wig, but the curls was like a natural fro. Man, that boy used to be getting crazy. And bro, it's 8 in the morning. It's 8 in the morning. We out and about. Oh, nah. I go to the square house. He getting that. He walked to one of the big guys from EBT crib named Bright. Now he walked down to Bright crib on first grade. Now that's what he say. Like, man, I'm finna go to Pop's crib. Now he called Bright and Twink. He called both of them he called them Pops. And he have to run down to Bright crib real quick. I'm all right back. I'm finna go grab the squares and the blunts. Now we just leave the trap. I'm like, daddy. I get to the little square, man, get the squares. Now as I'm making it around the corner to get to the St. Lawrence store, you can hit a shot say, ta. Now I ain't thinking of that. That's too far away. I know ain't nobody blowing at me. I'll keep walking to the store, get the blunts. Boom. I'm talking to Murdoch. Walla. I'm talking to Walla. Walla Wolf. I bear back. We leave. Nah, it's me. It's me, Kyra. It's me, Kyra, Lil P, Free Lil P from EBT. It's me, Kyra, Lil P, and
Hey man, I'm gonna stop the video right here. Go check out Lil B documentary, cause it don't end. Look, you see that? It's like a good. Come on, man. You got a good 8 more minutes going in. That's all I'm gonna show. Go on to the next one. So, hey, support the channel. Hit the like button. You know what? I really want to go back right quick. Okay, well then, I'll keep this. So actually, this was in 2022. Dang, 4 years ago, y'all. Man, I've been doing this long. I did all the editing myself.
My condolences to the family.
All the editing I do myself.
Rest in peace to all these victims that die every day over gun violence. It's not the gun.
This is when I was living in Indianapolis as well. So it's kind of different because you hear about the stories. It's like when you live in Chicago, it don't feel the way that everybody else is saying. It don't. And that's really how it is. Because anywhere you live, you got to just watch everybody. You got to be on your shit. You got to make sure you stay in your mirrors and watch every car anyway. Even if you think you ain't got no enemies. You ain't got to have no enemies for that. To be like that. And if nothing never happened to you, of course you're not going to think like that. when stuff happened to you and you done been through trauma, you're gonna kind of be on the edge, and you're gonna be paranoid, and not paranoid to the point like, man, I can't do nothing. I ain't finna. That ain't me. I go everywhere. Ain't nobody, because I look at it like I can be a threat to you. You think you a threat to me, motherfucker? I can not give a fuck too. And I promise you, I can turn that switch on like that. It don't take for me to be like that. That's easy, nigga. You know the hardest thing to do is restrain yourself from doing stupid things or doing something violent to somebody. You have to learn how to restrain yourself. That takes mateurism. You gotta be mature. I said that way. You gotta be mature. And you have to have restraint and self-control. That's what that stems from. If you are in your 40s and 50s and 30s, 40s and 50s, and you still lashing out and just always in a physical confrontation with people, something is wrong with your ass. That's you. You got a self-control problem. Or if somebody say anything to you, you don't want to, you always snapping and being mad or mean, that's a self-control problem. I mean, you don't have no self-control of your behavior. Like, for real. Anybody that like to argue with people and just be argumentative, and I just don't get that. I don't get that about some of y'all, man. Y'all are negative as hell, and you just stay the fuck away from me. I'm not finna be around no people like that. For real. You can't hold your liquor. You can't control yourself. No. Control your mouth, too. Your mouth is part of your body. It's part of yourself. So you got to control that, too. You don't always have to say shit. I hate people like that. Always got to say something about something. You don't always got to say nothing about nothing. Shut your mouth, listen, learn. Or just don't say nothing. If you ain't going to say nothing nice. When you want to be confrontational, it's because you have a chip on your shoulder and you mad about your life or yourself. You got to be. Like, who the fuck likes that? I like to laugh, man. I like to have fun. I like to laugh. And with my friends, I'm not arguing with no friend. You're not my friend if I'm arguing with you, boy. You stupid. You's a dummy and you stupid. And I don't mess with stupid dummies. I don't play them games no more. You know what I'm saying? Like, when do you get old enough to not be confrontational verbally? Because it always leads to motherfuckers say what they gonna do to a motherfucker, and they just saying that shit just to be saying it. They're not gonna say that shit to a nigga that they don't know or a stranger. You're not. You're not finna walk past nobody and say, "Wow, whoop your ass, nigga. I'll do this to you." You don't know that person. That's why you're not gonna do it. You're gonna do that to the people you think you know. Dummy.
That kills you. It's the person behind the gun that'll kill you.
See, I gotta stop saying that. All right, so y'all get the point, but I'm gonna switch. I'm gonna switch this. I am going to. Let's see. Let's watch this video.
They see me in a
This was funny, y'all. So that's what you do to get the clear.
damn minute. I heard it's a pandemic. I'm stuck in the house. Watch me make 100 bands in it. Chef Trav asking what the pots and all.
Look. Bro.
He's heating up.
Bro.
So this dude, and I'm about to end this video. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. Let me know what type of videos you want me to react to, or what type of videos you want me to create. It's up to you, because if you don't tell me, I'm just gonna be making random things. This video here is about a clerk, and now he worked in the gas station, but he's high off some type of drug. And when I say high, I'm talking about tweaking badly, to the point where anybody that come in the store could have stole anything out of there. They could have they could have cleared him out for real, and cleared his register too. This is how, watch this.
Can I get the toilet? Bro, you are faded. Come on, man. How in the hell is he working at a gas station How? Where is the bosses, man? Damn, man, this is crazy. Leave that dope alone, for real, man.
He need to leave that dope alone.
For real.
Yo, bro, can I get the toilet paper?
Come on, man. He over there kissing. What is you doing to the air? Look at he over there kissing and shit.
Yo,
Man,
bro,
dude.
can I get the toilet paper?
You're gonna get
Or
robbed
faded.
tonight.
Yes,
Okay?
that's crazy, bro.
You need to shut
She's
down.
trying to get gas. I need toilet paper.
Whoa, look at his lips. Man, what is you doing, bro?
Man, this dude is tweaking.
Wow.
What you do?
7
You
power.
thirsty?
She need gas and I want toilet.
That nigga was in La La Land. Whoa.
Get gas. I need toilet paper.
Man, this dude is tweaking.
And that's what you do.
7 power.
She need gas and I want toilet paper.
Wait a minute.
Man, get this
So, okay, I didn't even notice this. They not even in the stove. That's why he faded like that. Because I worked at a gas station overnight too. You don't, at some point, you close the door at a certain time and you got to go get this stuff for them. In Chicago, that's how it works. You got to go get the things that they want. So we would have to, and that was so challenging when people coming up there drunk. Want you to, nah, man, get this. No, you know what? No, I don't want that. I used to have to snap on my, they used to take it personal. But he's in there by himself. That's why he high.
Fuck up out of here, man. He definitely out of here after this video. Man, somebody
gonna
gonna
get robbed,
slap
man.
him. That's what they gonna do. They gonna slap him back to being sober, man.
Alright.
This is ridiculous, bro.
Yo, my man is out.
And nobody
Nah,
does
he
shit
ain't
about
gonna
it.
get robbed because
When
you
it comes
can't
to
get in
you,
the,
boy, the society will let them be high.
I'm packing this for you if you can.
You know how much
Yes,
money
I
that
can get
store
it for
lost
free.
that night? What?
You just glance over scripts and never know the plot. Same nigga on social.
He need to leave that dope alone. He need to leave that dope alone. He need to leave that dope alone.
he need to leave that dope alone, for real. A lot of them need to leave that dope alone. This is BTV1. Appreciate everybody for tuning in for a hot little second. Those who did, more content on the way. This is just me to keep content going. It's just a live. I live stream every now and then. This is a live stream of me just having conversations, getting to know my audience, getting to know BTV1 multitude. You guys are the multitude because you are a group of people watching and supporting this channel. Hit that like button, subscribe, share, and comment below if you feel so. Mother made him, mother had him, and mother uck him. That's what you always have for a person when they talk that, you know, that jibber jabber. Yeah, nigga, mother made him, mother had him, and mother. That goes for any of you.